Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the lunchtime sessions, day 3. Okay, today's guest is Gwen and Krishiv. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so, この、3日目の、ランチタイムセッションということで、ぜひコメント、本当に気軽な質問でも何でも構いませんので、チャットに送ってください。なるべく皆さんの質問に多く答えられるようにしていきたいと思いますので、ぜひコメントの方お待ちしてます。Okay, so let's start the lunchtime session for week 2 and day 3. So, Krishiv and Gwen, please introduce yourself.
You can go first.
Sure. So my name is Krishiv. I am 22, I think. I forget. I just graduated Imperial College London, which is in London, and I studied theoretical physics. And I will be starting a new course at the University of Law, where I will be doing a law conversion in September. My hobbies, my main hobbies, I like video games, I like archery, and I like tabletop games. And my life mission is to help people, but more specifically to help people with the law, because it's scary and people don't know what to do a lot of the time.
All right. Thank you so much, Krishiv. My name is Gwen. I am 25 and I graduated from the University of Michigan in 2019. And I studied history, but I'm going back to the University of Michigan to study information for my master's degree, which is kind of like the study of humans and computers together. And for fun, I love photography, I love rock climbing, and I love to listen to music like most people. And my life mission is to make learning more fun using technology and using computers. So it's great to meet you.
Thank you both. じゃあ早速、go to the first questions.
はい。いきます。じゃん。Yuta says, What is the best part of life?
Do you want to go first or shall I?
I guess I can go. That's a very hard question to answer, I think. Obviously, friends and family, for me, make life fun and worth living. But more personally, I like discovering new things in the world that I didn't know existed. So when I travel, I use a website called Atlas Obscura. And there are, I guess, weird things that you can find in every city that many people don't know exist. And I love finding those things and finding out new facts about the world as well when I study history.
Yeah, it's a very difficult question because there are so many things. For me, I think it's hard to choose. Of course, I love spending time with my friends and family and my loved ones, but that's the obvious answer. For me, it's between two other answers. The first is food. I really like food. And I love trying everything. So, that's what I love to do when I travel, trying lots of different foods. The other thing I really like are good stories. So that is anything from books, manga, TV, anything. Any good story is something I really, really like. And if you want some good stories, I recommend Brandon Sanderson. There you go. I recommend that. So just go have a little look. you'll be happy.
Okay, thank you. So, 次の質問いきましょうか。Next
はい。
questions.
いきます。Hiyori said, what led you to decide to go back to university and study other things? Maybe
Yeah,
this
so,
is Krishiv.
Krishiv. So maybe some of the students wonders why the Krishiv for the in the Imperial College London majoring in the physics, but you studying in a law school, studying the law. So
Yeah.
maybe some of them cannot understand why he runs other things. So please answer the question.
Yeah. So when I decided, so in the UK, this is different to America because here, when we choose what we study at university, we choose before we go and we can't change it without starting again. So when I was in high school and I was 17, that is when I had to choose what I wanted to study. And back then, my two favorite subjects were maths and physics. And I decided to study physics because I thought it was very interesting. There's so many fascinating things about the world, about our universe, and I still love physics. But what I found by studying physics at university is what I enjoyed in school about maths and physics was not the same as studying it at university. I really enjoyed being given a problem and being able to not only solve it, but also have this nice outcome. So in school, when you solve a maths question, you know you have the right answer. Your teacher can go, yep, that's right. And that feels good. In university, it's a lot more, I want to use the word nebulous, but like it's less clear. And there's a lot of ways to do the same thing, which is great. But it also means that it can be difficult to know if you're correct. A lot of time is spent just trying to figure out if what you have done is true. And what I really like about law is I can use all the same things I love about critical thinking and problem solving, and I can apply them to help people and solve real problems. Someone can come to me and say, hey, I need this contract for this reason. And I can say, okay, and I can make the contract and I know it works because they use it and it's fine and the law works. So that's why I changed from physics to law. It's because I realized what I really liked about my subject was actually something, if I wanted to do it every day, I would need to change to law to do.
Wow. I would have never made those connections. That's really interesting, Krishiv.
すごいですね。まあ、その数学とね、物理って勉強してる、皆さんも勉強してると思うんですけど、問題を解くとかそういうのすごく楽しいっていう話をしてたんだけれども、やっぱりその勉強していって、やっぱり答えのないものとかいろいろ大学になると勉強していくと、そういうところから、また実際のその法律っていうところを勉強していって、本当にその答えを探していくっていうところ、そういうちょっとニュアンスのことを言ってたんですけど、そういうところにその魅力を感じて、思い切って、物理学の方から法律の方にっていう形で、コンバートという話をしてくれてました。Thank you, Krishiv, for your answer. Okay. 次行きましょうか。質問。Next questions.
Next question. Sae says, have you ever been to Japan? Is there anything you want to try in Japan?
Okay, Gwen, please answer.
Yeah, both of us have been to Japan, and I've only been one time for about 5 weeks, and I loved it, but I only went to the the Kanto and Kansai region. And there are so many more places that I want to visit and try the local food, see the local culture. I very much would like to go to Okinawa because there are many beaches and it is a tropical environment. But also, I really, really want to try climbing in Japan. Climbing on rocks, climbing Mount Fuji, even climbing on waterfalls, which I think is a traditional activity in some parts of Japan. So there are many things I want to do in Japan, everything I possibly can, but those are the specific things that I would like to do. Krishiv, how about you?
I was just going to say, I think I've beat you on the climbing because I climbed Mount Fuji the last time I was in Japan. So I have been to Japan, I think 6 times, 5 or 6 times now. So I like it. But I've only really visited the main island. So the things I really want to do that I haven't done before, number 1 is wanko soba. I want to try that. And then number 2 is I want to visit the north. I want to visit the south. I want to go to the islands. I want to try and see all those places. And number 3 is I want to go back to Yokohama, to Chinatown, and have Vietnamese egg coffee because it's really good. It's really good. If you have not been, please go.
おすすめを紹介してくれましたね。Thank you for answer the questions. 横浜も行ったことがあるということで、横浜の人ぜひまだ試してない人は、試してみてください。Okay, go to the next questions.
Okay. You go. Me says, which do you think should be prioritized, hobby or study?
I'll go first on this, I guess. It's a really tough question, and it depends, really, because when you say hobby, that can mean a lot of things, and your hobby could be your job. So if your hobby is swimming, for example, but you're very good at swimming, then maybe that is more important if that is what you want to do for a career. But if your hobby is just something you enjoy, but it couldn't be a career, it's just something you do for fun, it's important to still study because you need to know certain things to survive in the world. You need to understand, maths. You need to understand history. You need to be Japanese. Obviously, English is very useful. There are a lot of things to study that will help you. So I think hobbies are really, really important because you cannot study all the time. That's silly. You will hate life if you only study. But you should have hobbies. They're important. But if you think your hobby could be your career and you really love it, you should pursue that with passion.
I want to add to that and say, yes, it's great to do something you love as a career, as a job. For example, if you love teaching other people, being a teacher is going to be very fun for you. But I think it's important to remember sometimes when you do something you love all the time, all day, or if you study something you love in university, it might change your perspective doing it all the time. So it's okay to have other hobbies that you do at a different time or to not pursue your hobby as a job. That's also okay.
いずれにせよ、hobby is an important part of, of your part of life っていうことを、念頭に置いてお話をしてもらったと思うので、ぜひ参考にしてみてください。Okay, the next questions.
Okay.
Zain.
Zane is typing for student. Question from student. Do you think money is causing problems to the world? Do you think money should exist in this world? Wow.
Difficult question. Yeah.
Do you want to go first or shall I?
I can try. That's a very big question again. I think, of course, money causes problems. People, by human nature, are greedy and they want money, and it's okay, but there are ways to fix that based on how society is structured. I'm not answering this question very well, but it's a very good question. I think my answer is yes. Money is causing problems, but it's necessary to have some type of currency in parts of the world.
Yeah, I think Gwen is exactly right. I think money is important because if we didn't have money, we would trade things. So maybe I need a haircut and Ichiro wants a dog. Okay. Is it fair for me to give Ichiro a dog in exchange for a haircut?
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about money is we have all agreed that a haircut is 500 yen, 1,000 yen, maybe. But we have agreed that a dog is 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 yen. We've agreed that is not equal. And money lets us buy things and trade things without needing to actually have something to trade, which is good. And Gwen's exactly right on that. Like, we need that. On the other hand, money causes problems. People are greedy. I don't know if it's money that's the problem. I think it's maybe more greed. And that changing that is difficult. But it's a good question that I think a lot of people study at university. So if you're interested in that, it might be worth studying economics or something.
Yeah, it's very interesting answers. そう、すごく納得感がある、回答だったかなと思います。ありがとうございます。質問してくれた人。Thank you for the questions. じゃあ次行きましょう。
はい。Next question is here. Maybe Ryoko said, what is the most favorite character of your university?
The Michigan is go first.
Okay. I loved my university. I grew up in the same city that my university is located in, and I'm going back to my university for my master's degree for graduate school. And I think, first of all, I love that my university is in the same place as the city that it's located in. So the school is mixed with the city. So you can walk to class and walk past many local stores and restaurants and parks, and it's very beautiful. And I also love that my university has, I think, the highest number of clubs, of extracurricular activities of any school, I think, in the United States. So there are so many things you can do when you're not studying or going to class. For example, I think there is even a club for feeding squirrels. There's a club for carving ice, making sculptures out of ice. There's a club for anything you want to do. And other than that, I just love how everyone at my school is so friendly and willing to talk to you about most anything. So that's what I like about the University of Michigan.
I think Imperial is a very different university because it's in Ann Arbor is a big city, but London is a big city. So Imperial is very small by comparison, but it's the best part, I think, is where it is, because there is so much to do in London. You don't even have to do anything at the university. I have friends who didn't join any clubs because they were in London. If they wanted to go and do taekwondo, they could. There were London clubs to do that, that maybe were more convenient for their schedule. I think the best thing was just how you had a whole beautiful city available to you, and you could get anywhere in about 30 minutes at most. I could get from Imperial to basically anywhere. Also, Imperial is in South Kensington, and that is like one of the nicest parts of London. There are like really nice museums next to it. There's really good coffee. There's a really nice pancake place. It's just a lot of very nice things.
Thank you. 二人とも、ミシガン大学と、インペリアルカレッジロンドンの、そのそれぞれ特徴を話してもらったと思うんだけど、海外のその大学って、すごく僕も行ったことあるんですけど、すごくこう、街全体がこう、大学みたいな形のイメージ。もちろんロンドンは、街の中でも、首都になってるので、すごく大きな都市ではあると思うんだけれども、その大学が、その街を作ってる。街を作ってるのが大学。ちょっとどっちかはわからないんですけれども、ぜひね、やっぱりこう、訪れてみてこう分かるっていう部分もあると思うので、ぜひぜひ興味があれば、勉強に行くなりとか、自分で旅行に行ってみて、自分でこう目で見てみるっていうのはすごくいいと思うので、ぜひ試してみてください。Okay, the next questions.
Hi. Hiyori-san again. Thank you, Hiyori. What do you think are the advantages of learning about foreign cultures?
Do you want to go first, Krishiv?
Well, I think Gwen's probably going to have a really, really good answer. So for me, I think because people are so different, you will never have a perfect picture of what people might think, or how people might do something, or what things are out there if you don't learn about foreign cultures. There's so much that humans have done that only people in a certain country will do. For example, Indian traditional dress is only found in that part of the planet. And if you've never met an Indian and you'd never seen an Indian in that dress, you would have never seen it. And I think it's very beautiful. So I think it would be a shame for people to not see that. I think there are only advantages to learning about foreign cultures. So yeah, not a great answer. I just think that it's all very good.
I thought that was a great answer. I think that's so true. Just learning the beauty of other places in the world and the way people live their lives is its own advantage. But I also think with technology, I study technology and I studied history, so I'm putting them together in this answer. With technology, you can talk to people from all the way across the world, like we're doing here in Global English Workshop. And when you do that, you will maybe encounter people saying things in a different way or doing things in a different way than you might do in your own culture. So by learning about that culture and by experiencing that culture, you can be more prepared to talk to people across the world, whether that's talking to friends or learning from people or just doing business at your job in the future. I think it's a very valuable skill to have to be able to know about how other people interact. So, yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answers. ひよりさん、いい質問、いいですね、本当に。難しい質問ですけど、すごく参考になる質問で、ありがとうございます。Okay, the next, 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we got some more question from Zane. But this one, question from student. And this is fun question. If you were to live on an island, what is one thing you would bring?
Oh my gosh. I think about this a lot when people ask this question, and I don't know what my answer would be because it depends what island, how long I was there. I'd like to bring a friend so I don't go crazy, and if we get hungry, maybe have to eat the friend, but friend can also help me find food like coconuts. Maybe I'm not strong enough to chop down a tree. And also just keep me company. Maybe if a plane flies by, help me light a fire to create smoke. I don't know my answer. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a very good question. I am going to use this question to say I would bring a... Oh, I know what I'd bring. I would bring... okay. Pretend it's 10 years from now. I would bring the complete collection of One Piece because by the time I read that like 3 times, I would probably be dead. It's something to do.
But only one book.
But no. The whole, okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'll get a load of staples and just staple the whole thing together. So it's like this big.
And you can use it for fire.
And I can use it for fire. As I read each book, I can like...
Some comment from coaches.
One Piece.
Zane is happy with your answer, Krishiv.
Yeah, so thank you for Zane and Robert. So the 2 minutes left. So it is the final not answer. Please give some comments for the advice for the next module. Next module is life mission presentations on interviews, and so please give them some advices about how to good presentations. Give some advice for the students.
So just good presentation advice. Try to, I know it's difficult over Zoom, but eye contact. Try not to read down. Try not to look down and read something. Try to look up. Use your hands a little. I don't know why, but this makes it look like you know what you're talking about. So yeah. Gwen?
Yeah, that's great advice, I think, for sure. And I think mainly just be confident in yourself, believe in yourself, because I know if you're here, then you're going to do a great job on your presentation and everyone is going to love hearing about your life mission. So be confident in your speaking ability, in your English ability, and with what your life mission is, because it will help you speak more clearly. Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
And have fun. The number one rule of English workshop. Have fun. Enjoy it. We're all, like Gwen said, we're all here excited to listen to it and hear your life mission. So enjoy it. Thanks, guys, for the great advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's time to finish the lunchtime sessions. So take a rest in 15 minutes and prepare for the life mission presentations. Okay, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.